The Brody League, a proving ground. Every season, new squads step up, hoping to win the championship. This fall, one team steps out of the shadow and into the lights. The Mebound Angels, a team that has to earn its own wings. The first challenge? Just getting on the same page. This is a collection of talented individuals, not yet a cohesive unit. Let's meet the core of the Angels. Running the offense, we have the backcourt. Jalen, the one-legged tight end. And alongside him, the scoring punch of John. A guard who can ignite in an instant. Then there's AJ, bringing the relentless energy. With the speed of Waleed to push the pace on the floor alongside him. Alongside them is Chris, the tough-minded guard who sets the defensive tone. Down low, the engine room, our forwards. Andrew, a force who works the paint. The quiet, powerful presence of Roden, who lives on the boards. The hustle and endurance of Matthew. The vertical threat of Josh. And rounding out the rotation, the versatile forward Ryan. They've got the pieces. Now, they have to put the puzzle together. Their first test, the Reddies. The atmosphere was electric. The excitement was real. But the game revealed the cold, hard truth of a first-time squad. The effort was there, but the cohesion wasn't. They were too scattered, 5 individuals trying to win instead of one unit executing a plan. The ball stuck, the defense broke down, and by the final buzzer, the scoreboard delivered the harsh verdict. A blowout. They simply didn't know how to beat this team or how to play together, period. No time to sulk. Their next opponent, the current league champions, for all the dogs. This was a masterclass in pain. The Angels fought, they competed, but the champs showed them what true championship basketball looks like. They weren't just better, they were physically better. They outmatched, outplayed, and simply overpowered the Angels at every turn. Another blowout. 2 games in, and the Mebound Angels were looking up at the entire league. But sometimes you need to be humble to start learning. Week 3, and the adversity multiplies. They were facing the journeyman, but the real enemy was their own bench. They were severely undermanned, barely any subs. Run on fumes before the second half even started. They suffered another blowout, but look closer. Deep in that exhaustion, something crucial took shape. When your legs are heavy, you have to rely on the guy next to you. They were forced to communicate, forced to trust. Despite the loss, they started to look, sound, and play better together. Game 4, King's Guard. The momentum was subtle, but it was there. This was their most composed game yet. Offensively, the ball moved with purpose. The shot selection improved. They were finally seeing the floor, anticipating the defense, and looking like a real system. They were in the fight. They played hard. But once again, they hit the wall. The league is simply more physical. The Angels are learning that being good isn't enough in the Brody League. You have to be strong. You have to be conditioned. They lost the game. 4 games, 4 losses. This is a tough, hard learning patch. But the Mebound Angels haven't broken. They haven't quit. They are absorbing the lessons, taking the hits, and building something brick by painful brick. 4 losses in, the Mebound Angels had absorbed the blows. They showed growth against King's Guard, finally finding the semblance of structure. Hope, however fragile, was starting to bloom. But the Brody League is a relentless beast. Week 5 brought a new challenge, Cash NM. A younger squad, maybe not the physically imposing veterans, but a team with pure, undeniable skill. What happened next was a painful step backward. Instead of building on their composure from the previous week, the Angels regressed. The early losses had clearly taken their toll. They looked panicked. The ball movement stopped. The shots wouldn't fall. They were simply lost once again. They struggled to score, barely mustering any offense against Cash NM's fluid attack. The final score was yet another devastating blowout. 5 games, 5 brutal lessons. The reality is sinking in. This isn't just a physical gap, it's a mental hurdle. The Angels are talented, but the pressure of the Brody League is crushing their confidence. The learning curve isn't just steep, it's vertical. Now, the Mebound Angels aren't just looking for a win. They are desperately looking for hope. They're seeking that one moment, that one game, where the talent, the teamwork, and the grit finally click into place. They need a spark, a breakthrough, before this long, painful stretch permanently breaks their spirit. 5 games down, 0 wins. Can the Mebound Angels turn their season around? What needs to change? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for the next chapter in the Ascent.
I'm an emotional roller coaster. Where high so high I could put bowl on a poster. But when the bread get low, like 4 loaves and a toaster. Oh, the shoulders can get cold as 10 toes and Nova Scotia. Some days I hold